Hello, my amazing, adventurous Aries. Welcome, welcome. It is Sachi the Scorpio, and I am here to deliver your twin flame bonus reading for the month of May. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy that I can send to you. And thank you so much for all of your likes. You are number 3 for the month of May, so you get this twin flame bonus. I will also be dropping a 50% off promo code during this reading for anyone who would like to enjoy the extended. The first 10 people who purchase the extended will get it at 50% off. But let's jump into it, Aries. Whew, quite the reading already. So this is what came up in the cleansing ceremony. We had solar eclipse, revolution, and the second house owning come out. So the solar eclipse revolution, I was hearing like there is a total eclipse of the heart. It definitely has to do with like things that are going on in the world and how it relates to how you are part of the revolution and what part of the revolution you believe that you own. Okay, the solar eclipse is coming up in Gemini season. So right now we're in Taurus season, but Gemini season is upon us. So we will have solar and lunar eclipses in the Gemini Sagittarius axis. So the solar eclipse will happen, it's going to be a Gemini solar eclipse. So yeah, that's a lot of eclipsing energy when it comes to the twins, right? Gemini is the twins. So we can expect really big changes. Solar eclipses are kind of like wild cards in astrology. We can never quite put our fingers on it, but we always know that there are some really big shifts coming up. So it looks like you are preparing for that. When it comes to the second house of owning, that does include like material possessions. I do feel some discontent kind of with like worldly greed of who owns what, kind of like who owns the land is something that I heard. And the second house is also of value as well, right? Of materialism, but not necessarily like, ooh, I want my Gucci bag or something. It's more of understanding the value of materials that you allow in your life. That's the clothes you wear, the food you eat, the water you drink, you know, the material that your house is built from, you know, the material, any kind of material that you use, right? It's about appreciating the material aspects of the 3D reality, right? So it does look like there is a revolution. For some of you, the eclipse that's coming up in Gemini is in your second house. So make sure you check your natal chart to see what's going on, especially what might be happening in your second house right now, which is ruled by Taurus, right? So we have some Taurian themes coming up for you and how revolution is being acted upon. You might be seeing sequences of 4s a lot. That is telling you that you are working on something that is stable and, you know, you're focused more on your foundation. And a lot of it has to do with the number 26 here, which is you and another person really doing things on a daily basis in order to own yourself, own your sovereignty, but also focused on material possessions. We had quite a story come out already, Aries. So we had the Chariot come out in reverse. So this was telling me that this is something that you cannot walk away from. It's something that you cannot escape. You've decided like, all right, I can't run away from this issue any longer. Okay. We have the 10 of Cups in reverse, which is telling me it's about some sort of group or community-based thing that you just aren't happy with at all. It's like, again, it has to do with this revolutionary energy, which, you know, I'm hearing a lot of you, Saturn and Aquarius, that you're having your Saturn return, and that's how it relates to revolution. But it has to do with your discontent with a group of people, or, you know, not just, it's like, emotionally, this is not what it should be. You know that things should be like the 10 of Cups. This is everyone who has their cups filled, who are happy and fulfilled, coming together to celebrate. There's even more cups to come, you know, but that's not the way it is. And that's why you're understanding, like, I can't run away from this. We have the Page of Swords, so it does look like you are prepared to go to war, Aries. Surprise, surprise. It's like you are armed and at the ready. A lot of it has to do with your intellect and communication. But the Page of Swords really doesn't care who they hurt with their swords. They do, you know, swing it around, not really caring. So there is a little bit of underdeveloped masculine and feminine energy when it comes to the communication here. But I do see that you are willing to give in order to have something grow. And again, it's like what you own, right? You have been working on allowing something to grow, and you are giving the emotional input that it needs in order for it to grow, especially as it relates to the King of Pentacles, which is very much the second house owning. I feel like there is a masculine energy that is like a dragon. It's like they hoard all the riches, and it doesn't seem to be fair. It's like, again, like you want some sort of revolution to go on about how things are owned in this situation, and someone is very greedy. I got a lot of greedy energy from this King of Pentacles. And then what comes out? The Death card and the Fool. So there is definitely a death and rebirth coming up, and I was feeling that this is kind of the energy that you're putting out there of like, this has to end so that there can be a new beginning. It's very much this solar eclipse revolutionary type energy, right? Death brings rebirth, and death is Scorpio, and we have a Scorpio full moon coming up on the 26th to the 27th, peaking at the last hours of the 26th if you're in Easter time. But there's the full moon even. So this Scorpio full moon really has a new beginning for you, to start some sort of new beginning, right? To release a lot of whatever toxicity you feel about this King of Pentacles here. It could be a masculine energy that's a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, but I'm just really feeling it's like a greedy masculine energy that like hoards everything for themselves. You know, meanwhile, here you are tending to like your crop, if you know what I mean. But anyway, so yeah, I feel like you are wishing this like death energy to bring a rebirth, because the Fool is when you completely start over. So I'm feeling that when it comes to the revolution, you're like, all right, things have to change and a whole new beginning is necessary in this situation. We had Sigilif using psychic assault, okay? So I almost said Scorpio. Aries, you could be psychically assaulting other people, or it's possible that other people are psychically assaulting you, okay? I did feel this like, this is war kind of energy, which I'm not surprised for you, Aries. I mean, you are the god of war and aggression and anger. And of course, revolution is a great outlet for you guys. But we'll see what is going on here, because either you're sending out that vibration through your third eye, or someone's third eye is coming in towards you, psychically assaulting you. And because we have Sigilif, I am getting that some of you might be working with sigil magic. And Sigilif is also like an ancient bird. So you might be using some like, you know, evoking your ancient ancestors or things like that. But yeah, Aries, that's what came out in the cleansing ceremony. So wild ride already, okay? This is a twin flame bonus. So what we're going to do is check what is in the divine feminine's energy. What are they desiring from this relationship right now? What is in the masculines? What are they desiring? What's in the connective? And then in the extended, we typically look into what the feminine can do to manifest union, and you know, how the masculine will respond. But for some reason, I'm getting that you kind of want to spy. So I think I'm going to do what the feminine feels about the masculine, what the masculine feels about the feminine. We'll see when we get there, okay? But I am feeling that this is a little bit of a different kind of twin flame reading, because it's a revolution, okay? All right, Aries, what is going on for the divine feminine? What's in the divine feminine's energy? Let's give it a little extra. What's in the divine feminine's energy? Okay, it's coming out stuck. Yeah, second house owning. Okay, yeah, so again, we have this emphasis on second house, which is Taurus's energy. So it looks like you're really in the thick of it, of the Taurus energy. You might be taking note of what you own, right? And with Scorpio can rule like debts. So you might understand, you know, I'm getting like maybe how your debts outweigh what you actually own in some sort of way. But for most of you, you're taking tally like, okay, do I actually have assets? Like, how is my money working for me? How can I use money as a tool of empowerment, right? The second house is also your relationship with money. So Capricorn in the 10th house rules, you know, wealth accumulation and how to accumulate wealth, but the foundation of your relationship with money is the second house. So you might really be starting to value money in a different way and understanding that, you know, owning things is a way to freedom. That's the way you own yourself. You have enough money, you can own your own time. So it does look like the Divine Feminine is very much focused on the material world right now. I did also forget to mention, I am closed for astrology readings, but I am doing, or I'm sorry, for tarot readings, but I am open for astrology readings. If you're interested in natal charts, I do full natal chart analysis so you can kind of see what's going on, and I describe everything and draw the angles. I'm also doing astrological transits where I will show what's happening either in your natal chart or your progress chart, and show where the planets are right now and where they will be going in the coming months so that you can prepare for the energies ahead. So if that interests you, please reach out to me. My email is in the description box below. But yeah, I did want to throw that out there. Anyway, so, and if you don't know anything about astrology, you can let me know and I can give a little explanation at the beginning of the video. But anyway, so yeah, the feminine is definitely really focused on this sense of ownership. They may even feel like they own the masculine in some sort of way, like this is mine, is what I'm getting. Let's see, where is the masculine energy right now? Where's the masculine? Okay, I'm hearing that the masculine doesn't want to come out yet. That is fine. I was hearing like rootin' tootin'. I don't even know what that's about, Aries. All right, let's see. What does Aries desire from this relationship right now? 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, you want to own things. You want to even be owned to a certain extent. Like, you know, the second house is ruled by fixed earth. So this is solid things, right? Like, yeah, it's solid. 10 of Pentacles is two people coming together, owning a house together, being married, having kids, having it all when it comes to the material realm. That's what the feminine wants. Like, plain and simple. It's like, yeah, I'm desiring for us to complete this cycle together. I want to live together, maybe have a garden, becoming more self-sufficient. I'm hearing like, I want to own land. Tell me more about this. Yeah, Ace of Cups in reverse. It's less about love. It's like, I don't really care about a love offering anymore. I want my physical needs met. I want to own things. I want to own myself. I want to own time. I want to own house. I want to own land. Like, this is very, I wouldn't say business minded, because I mean, this is definitely part of business, but it's more like, I just want to be self-sufficient. And it feels like this is the revolution. It feels like rather than, you know, becoming like a corporate cog and owning things that way, it's like, no, I want to own land and kind of get away. And again, from this relationship, it's like, I'm not really focused on you, you know, gushing over me or making some sort of love offering. Like, bitch, I want money. I want a house. Like, show me that you love me that way. Woo, okay, Aries. All right, let's see what's going on in the light here. We have Noibat using Mysterious Beam. So it does feel like, if this is like a mysterious energy, it's like, wow, I've really kind of shifted my perception here. I feel like you're not really sure where this is kind of coming from, to be honest. I'm getting that like one of your spirit guides is like sending this energy towards you, because that is what is important for you to be focusing on. I'm getting that it's also difficult to communicate about this, because like Noibat, right, is like supersonic communicating, right? Through like UV rays and things like that. Not necessarily, you know, through sight or whatever. And so I feel like listening and hearing is very important here. And we see this emphasis on like, you know, in nature and stuff. I'm really getting this energy of like, I want to own land. It says, even a robust wrestler will become dizzy and unable to stand when exposed to its 200,000 hertz ultrasonic waves. Okay, so some of you might really be influenced by, you know, maybe some ultrasonic waves that are going on in your community, either by maybe, you know, radiation towers, or, you know, maybe you have like, an energy plant near you or something. It's like literally the energy in the air is like, okay, I need to get away to like the countryside sort of thing. Like I want to own land somewhere that's kind of like away from civilization. What's the shadow? Coming out stuck, we have Golette using dynamic punch. So this is fighting energy in the shadow. So I was like, I wonder why the masculine didn't want to come out. And I'm getting that you're kind of fighting in the shadows about this. Again, like in the light, it's being communicated, but in a very mysterious way. It's like you're just kind of, even yourself, kind of sending out ultrasonic signals rather than communicating, you know, up front. And bat spirit, I always take as kind of communicating in the shadow, even though it's coming out in the light. And I do feel like it is coming to light. But it talks about even like a robust wrestler will become, you know, dizzy and unable to stand. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening to your fighting spirit, is like the more that you're around all that like ultrasonic radiation sort of stuff, it's kind of like draining your will to fight. But in the shadow, we do have, you know, fighting energy, dynamic punch. So I'm feeling that this is like, there's a lot of fighting energy happening in the shadow, even if you're not really doing things in the light. Okay, so you might not be actively fighting for this, but in the shadow, it's being very, very clear. It says, these Pokemon are thought to have been created by the science of an ancient and mysterious civilization. So it's kind of like that Sigilif energy that I picked up on in the cleansing ceremony, where there's some like ancient technology type, you know, stuff going on. And so, you know, you could be being stimulated by your ancient ancestors to own land, right? And maybe you might even want to be going back to your ancestral land to own that. But I'm also getting that it's possible the ancestors of the land that you're on are kind of like rising and causing like a stir about who owns the land. Whew. Damn, Aries. This is intense. I could drink some water. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's a fight about it. Whew. All right, well, let's see what the masculine. Where's the masculine? Okay, the masculine's going right to the feminine, going to the second house. Black Moon, Lilith, mystery in reverse. So, yeah, this mysterious beam. They're not really interested in the mystery of this. They don't want it to be a mystery of who owns what. I'm hearing like they feel like they're the owners. They want to own things. Black Moon Lilith in reverse is like not integrating their divine feminine shadow power, right? So Lilith is the first female ever created, and she represents feminine autonomy without the need to have a creator, right? Adam and Lilith were born at the same time in the garden. And when Lilith decided not to submit to Adam, you know, she left the garden of her own free will. And, you know, she ended up birthing other children, which, of course, you know, Judeo-Christian, the patriarchal religions call her the mother of demons just because she procreates as a creator god by herself. Whereas Adam, you know, Yahweh makes Eve for Adam from Adam, right? So it looks like the masculine is rejecting the feminine's autonomy here. It's like, no, like, I'm not okay with you owning things on your own and being a creator. The masculine is very much not okay with the feminine autonomy here. And it's not a mystery. It seems like they are being very clear about this feeling. I'm getting that there's one more here. Tell us more about that. Jupiter return benefits. Yeah, because they don't want the feminine to do that because they believe that they should be benefiting from things. They should be benefiting from some sort of ownership. It's like the masculine doesn't want the feminine to own themselves and to be able to be autonomous. Instead, you know, it's like, oh, you know, you'll be lucky if you return to me, right? Jupiter has to do with luck and abundance. So it's like they want the benefits, they want the abundance. And I'm getting that the masculine is like, you know, you'll actually benefit more by returning to me. And Jupiter is like, for me, Jupiter's like sugar daddy Jupiter. That's what I call him, because Jupiter gives you anything that you want. So the masculine is kind of being like, okay, if you return to me, like, I'll give you what you want. I don't want you to like be alone having to do this. It's like, you need to be mine sort of energy. Jupiter return. Right now we have Jupiter in Aquarius, right? It is going to Pisces within the next month. So that's a big shift. And, you know, there could be changes in like academics, in philosophy, in travel, in spirituality even is Jupiter. So let's see what's going on with the masculine here. Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, tell me more about that. Page of Pentacles. Well, yeah, I'm getting that like the masculine again does not want the feminine to be empowered in some sort of way on their own. Like this indicates, you know, feminine empowerment where people are like, yes, I'm with you, right? That's like, she's the revolutionary that's saying we must do this with our wands, right? With our power, with our magic. And everyone's like, yes, we agree, we will fight for this sort of thing. The masculine's like, no, that's not going to happen. Like, don't do that. Again, it's like not allowing the divine feminine shadow to create on its own. It's like, no, return to me, and that's where the real benefit is. And yeah, the masculine does not want the feminines to be working together in this sort of way. I'm also getting that the feminine doesn't want, or the masculine doesn't want to listen to the feminine either. But I'm also getting that the masculine is like, I know who my number one is. I don't need a bunch of people fawning over me. I know who my feminine is. So it does look like at least the masculine knows that. But even though the masculine is like, you know, I don't want the feminine to be on their own. Return to me. That's where the real luck is. Like, you know, don't self-empower yourself. Gosh, masculine, come on. But the Page of Pentacles is like unwilling to actually invest, you know? So it's like, they're saying, yeah, the benefit, return to me sort of thing. You know, again, there's this kind of like sugar daddy energy, but in reality, it's the Page of Pentacles in reverse of like, you know, Page of Pentacles is trying to determine where they want to plant their seed, but they're not. Tell me more about that Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, yeah. Has to do with the Ten of Cups. So they're still not ready to plant their seed, right? Because the Page of Pentacles, when he plants the seed, then he becomes the King of Pentacles and the feminine becomes the Queen of Pentacles. And that would be considered a Ten of Pentacles sort of thing, right? Concluding that cycle, having the home, having this. But they're not ready because there's still some sort of disorder within some sort of community here. There's some sort of community-based issue that is stopping them from actually planting the seed, even though the masculine is like, no, come, don't be by yourself, be with me. Everything will be fine. You don't need to empower yourself like against the masculine. Jeez. All right, what's the light energy here? Pantseer using fireworks. Yeah, I'm getting that this is kind of like a diversion tactic. It's kind of like, oh, like, look here, you know, let's celebrate with fireworks. And, you know, I mean, it's like the fire in the sky, right? It can either be fireworks or it can be gunfire sort of thing. And it's like, oh, yeah, let's just put all this fire into some sort of display. And I feel like that's what it is. They're putting on some sort of show, some sort of display of like, oh yeah, you know, you'll get so many benefits if you just return to me. You know, your luck will change. Academics will be better. You know, travel will get better. Your spirituality will be better if you're not alone as the, you know, feminine autonomy. So yeah, it definitely looks like some sort of show, Aries. I gotta tell you, it's just like an outward display. It says, very intelligent. It roasts berries before eating them. It likes to help people. So yeah, I mean, the masculine is being very intelligent about this. It's definitely calculated and planned so that the feminine is not rising. Again, it's kind of taunting with like a carrot almost. Like, come on, you know, like, oh, you'll get the benefits. But then once you get the carrot, it's like, okay, now you're trapped under some sort of box. And again, it does feel like there are multiple, it's like, it feels societal, honestly, here. Like, your issues with your divine masculine is leaking out into the world at large here, Aries. You know, it roasts berries before eating them. It likes to help people. So I feel like, you know, the masculine is trying to help in some sort of way. And I feel like they're trying to help more than one person here, and they feel like by not having the feminine empowered, they're actually doing the right thing here. We have monkey spirit here, so some of them might be, you know, born in the year of the monkey, or literally just fooling around, right? I mean, the monkeys are very calculated, right? They're very, very intelligent. They know what they're doing. This is not done out of stupidity. Let's see. What's the shadow? This is not done on accident. Trainer, buddy, buddy, rescue. Yeah, so in the shadow, there's somebody else here. There's two people. It's like and I feel like it's the masculines together, right? These are all masculines raising their thing. And it's the way that the masculines have decided to come together to be like, no, we're not investing in the feminine. You know, we're not actually giving them this, you know, solid offer. You know, we're just going to remain the Page of Pentacles, but unwilling to actually plant that seed. And that's what this 10 of Cups is. It's like, it's not good emotionally the way communities are based in that. And they're stopping the feminine from empowering themselves and gaining the traction that they need, you know, by pretending that, oh yeah, if you come and be with us, then, you know, everything will be lucky. And I'm feeling it's because the masculines like rescue each other. Again, there's this very like intelligent sort of thing as like, oh yeah, like I got you if you got me sort of thing. And it lets the masculines get away with terrible things. Whew, damn, Aries. Wow. All right, well, let's see what's in the connective for you guys. It definitely feels, I mean, we had that revolution come out. It feels like you are using your twin flame energy for the betterment of society, which is saying that you are on the right track, right? It's not just about you and your particular twin. It's about how the twin flame, you know, bonds are used to stabilize the earthly grid. Coming out stuck, Chiron, healing. Yeah, you are both doing some deep, deep healing, right? Chiron is in Aries right now. So, you know, if you're here, that means it's probably near your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. So, you know, I would definitely check at what's going on. I believe Chiron is in 10 degrees Aries, might be 11 degrees by now. So, you know, check that on your chart. And, you know, this is the number 8. So there are cycles that go along to this. So both of you are in deep, deep healing right now. Tell me more about this. What else is going on in the connective? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, neither of you are ready for this physical new beginning. You know, we see with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, they are unwilling to, you know, plant that seed to give that pentacle in order to, you know, have the 10 of Pentacles with you. You know, on your end, we see what you want. You want this 10 of Pentacles. You want to own things. You want to own yourself. You want to own land. You want to have a house, you know, and for you, it looks like you're healing your relationship with money, because it seems like the physical world, you haven't had the greatest relationship with the material world, which the material world is the divine masculine energies and like all of existence, right? Whereas the feminine is the unseen. So tell me more about, yeah, the world in reverse. This is a huge karmic cycle that you have yet to complete, right? The world is the last card in the deck, which represents a huge karmic completion that is coming to an end, where you have integrated enlightenment and you're able to, you know, ascend to the next level because you've broken whatever sort of karmic curse. you're still in it. You're both in this karmic curse as it relates to physical reality, and you're healing it. You're healing it. Just stuck in your healing. We have Magneton using Thunder Wave. Yeah, you're paralyzed in this place. You're stuck in your healing. And it feels like, you know, it's you, your twin, and third parties here. You know, part of you is also healing at what it relates to third-party situations. This has to do with the solar plexus, which is, you know, this is who I am. This is what I stand for. It's what makes you you. It's where your like personality is, where your willpower is. So, you know, Thunder Wave is an attack that paralyzes. So it feels like, you know, your ego, your willpower is paralyzed in healing mode until you can get past this. It says, it's actually 3 magnemite linked by magnetism. A group can set off a magnetic storm. Yeah, I mean, like I was talking about with the twins, right? We're here to stabilize the grid. And as polarities of the pole of the divine feminine and divine masculine, you know, you have to purify the bond, right? And it looks like there are third parties that are just being magnetized in, again, because you're healing. So, you know, you can't come to union until, you know, third parties are going to be magnetized to help you break these cycles. And it seems like you are both dealing with third party situations, you know, that are, you know, causing you to go into healing about how you relate to the physical reality, how you relate to the physical world. So you can expect, you know, to continue to be bringing third parties into this bond until you are able to break this cycle. All right, let's see what's the shadow here. Timber using pound. So again, this is fighting energy. So I am getting like, again, pound is like you know, term for currency. So I feel like there is a lot of fighting about money, and could be about physical reality as it relates to who's strongest, who can build, who, you know, maybe weight issues even. But yeah, there's a fight. Like Timber literally is a Pokemon that builds like foundations of things, builds homes and things like that. So I do feel a lot of fighting energy in the connective about this. It says, it fights by swinging a piece of lumber around. It is close to evolving when it can handle the lumber without difficulty. Yeah, so that's how you're going to notice in this connection that you're getting stronger, is that when this energy arises, that you can handle it without difficulty, right? And so we do see that you are in deep healing, and it is going to, you know, you are going to need to continue to work on this. It seems like there are many cycles of this that you have to go through, but each time that you go through it, you're going to get stronger and stronger until it really no longer bothers you, right? It's just like a muscle. It's going to be the same with your willpower, where like, you know, yeah, third party might come in to teach some sort of lesson that you both need to learn. And, you know, eventually you're going to be so strong that it's just not going to affect you. You can pick that piece of lumber up, you know, without any sort of issue, you know, and also be able to build together. So, whew, wow, Aries. So, I mean, we kind of saw what, so I feel like we kind of already did that. So I am going to do what the feminine can do to manifest union, and then how the masculine will energetically and physically respond, and then some advice on how to manifest your highest vibrational timeline. But let's see what moon would like to take us. Okay. So we have faith in your dreams in reverse. Don't let pride get in your way in reverse, and take time to breathe out. So what I'm getting here is that you have not been having faith in your dreams for quite some time, and it did want to go right to the shadow. So, you know, that is something that you have to heal, and don't let pride get in your way. It's like you do want to bring some pride into the situation, right? Leo is all about, you know, the ego, the pride, that solar plexus that we were talking about here. So what you want to do is to bring some of your personal pride into this situation, to make sure that you have pride. And this is not a time to breathe out. This is a time to take action. It seems like very, you know, strong energy. We have, this was going right to the dynamic punch. We have show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius in reverse. So I feel like you're not showing the world who you really are. And again, I feel like it's because you can't necessarily find your pride. And I feel like it has something to do with, you know, the ancient ancestors of either the land that you're on or your specific ancestors and how it relates to that. So, yeah, wow. There's a lot there. Let's see what angel would like to bring us into the extended. So like I said, 50% off for the first 10 people who want to purchase the extended. We're going to do the word world, W-O-R-L-D, all capital letters as the promo code to get 50% off the extended. Let's see what angel would like to bring us into. I'm also getting like, now is not the time to show all your cards. There's something about holding back for a second. It's not necessarily, it's not like you don't want to breathe out and like, oh, okay, time to rest, da-da-da, you know, ignore it, step back, which is very typical of Aries and second house, second house and Taurus energy, because we are in Taurus season. But it feels like you just need to pull back. It's not necessarily a time to rest, but it's like, whoa, 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 Nelly sort of thing. We have career transition, Archangel Chamuel. Archangel Chamuel is the archangel of the twin flames. So your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. Okay, yeah, so it looks like you might be changing careers, which would make sense with this second house of how you are, you know, owning your time, owning your wealth, accumulating money, or your relationship with money, I should say. And as it relates to the 10 of Pentacles of how, you know, you may be able to get the house and the land and things that you want. So interesting energy, feminine. Let's look deeper in the extended. Like I said, world is the 50% off promo code. The link is in the description box below. If we part ways here, then good luck with the situation. I am sending you so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah!